Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Tunde Akitunde. Now, today we will be talking about something very important, something special in the Forex chart today, which is trend analysis. So if you are new here, just do one favor by following my YouTube channel, subscribe, click that subscription button there, turn on the notification, so that anytime I drop any important video like this one, you can be able to do what? See it first. Alright, let's go straight to the Alright, so this is a chart here now. So this 4 hours time frame. The first thing that you do once you open your chart is to go to 4 hours time frame. So once you head to 4 hours time frame, you can be able to see if the trend is bullish or bearish. You understand? Now if you look at this trend, you see that is what is bullish. You understand? Is what is bullish. So now the next thing that you will be able to look forward to is to check if you can be able to see a good support or a resistance, which is something like this. Do you see? So this is actually a breakout. This is a breakout. You understand? And this is a retest, which means this guy is what is heading to here back or more. So that is how you turn this. All right, let's continue. Then the next thing you do is to go to 15 minutes time frame. That is when you now have a proper analysis. That's when you now have what? A proper analysis on it. Let's start from the back to take our analysis so that you can be able to understand how to mark these zones that price will do what we respect. I trade gold. Mainly I trade gold. I trade BTC also, but let's use gold. There is more focus on gold than other currency pairs. So now let's look at this trend. Now we have from this bullish trend, then it changed to what bearish. If you look at here now, on lower time frame, you see that we have higher high. In bullish markets, we have higher high, we have higher low. You understand? So because we are talking about trend in this video, so trend, the first thing you have to understand is bullish trend and what and bearish trend. Trend just means what is happening in the market. What is happening? When they says this guy is trending, this lady is trending, or do you understand? This is a particular thing that is trending. It means that is what is working now. So what is happening now in the market, that is what we call trend. Do you understand? So now bullish trend, bearish trend. Bullish trend is uptrend when market is forming higher highs, higher low. Then bearish trend is downtrend when market is forming higher lower high and what lower low. So do you understand that now? Now let's move forward to the next thing on the chart. So now how to mark your higher highs and the higher lows. Now when you are in uptrend, where price start pulling back like this, that zone, that is where you mark as what as your higher high. Where price start pulling up back, that is where you call what a low, a higher low or a low. You understand? You can call it a low or a higher low. So that is how it is. You understand? So now the price we do what we break this current higher low, higher high. Once price break it with and close above it with a body, what you'll be expecting is that if price can be able to come and retest here, then you buy. You understand? So that is how you trade it. Depends on your strategy, depends on your confirmation, but the first thing you have to understand is trend. So if you look at it, if you go to lower time frame, this here is higher high, also higher low. Then remember the current higher high, or let me say the last higher low must not be, let me say the current higher low must not be lower than the last or the previous what higher low. Like this is the previous higher low now, then this is our new higher higher low. This one must not be lower than this one. Like let's say it dropped to this zone. It must not. Once it drop below this zone, then the trend has changed. In some strategy they call it change of character. So now this is what you have to understand while trading. Once price break your last lower high in uptrend, the higher low in uptrend, what do? You anticipate for more for more sell. So look at here, we have our higher high and we have our higher low here. Then price took it out. Price break this whole structure here. You understand? Telling us that buyers are still in the market, so we should anticipate for more buys. You understand? So now we have a new higher high and higher low. Then what do you see the market do? It broke it down. So as price break this zone here now, you can mark, as I told you, here will be our support. Where price started pulling back up as our lower low. Our lower low will be our support, or where price meet like so many times. So that is how it works. All right. So now we have a change in trend. From uptrend, price has already broken our higher low. Then we'll be anticipating for bearish move. We'll be anticipating for more sell. So now when price get to your resistance, this is resistance. Because price has already broken this support, it has turned into resistance. So once price get to this zone, what do? You sell, because this is a break and retest. So retest just simply means more continuation for just like continuation move of what just happened. If it is buy, if it is a bullish, if it is a bearish. So it's a continuation move for bearish or continuation move for bullish. But this is a bearish, because price broke this last higher low. Then this is a continuation, telling us that now sellers are in charge. You understand? So now you target the last lower low, because we are not having higher low, higher high again. We will be having lower low, lower high. So where price start turning back, that is where you target as your TP, and that zone also will still be a support level. You will mark it, put your horizontal line, this horizontal line. You can click this drawing, this place that you are seeing under where I'm shaking here, under my screen here. You will just see a drawing pen. That is where you can be able to find all your tools. This trend line, the one I'm using to draw break of structure and things like that. This horizontal line, the one I'm using now like this. You see it, so you can use it to mark your support and your resistance. So that is how it works. So let's continue. Now you see, if my analysis, whenever I have analysis, my stop loss is always 45 pips. 45 pips. That is how my stop loss is. 45 pips. So we set our stop loss to be 45 pips. Once you get a nice setup, your entry will be so sniper. So, and always you can hold TP. We took this trade when good. No, I didn't. I think I did not take this trade. But this is what you just have to understand. Once market break your last higher low, then you will start anticipating for more bearish move. Then the next thing we have we have our lower low, then we have lower high. You understand? So we have a break of structure to this zone. We have a break of structure to this zone here. Now we have another new lower low, we have lower high. Do you see how it really works, Abi? You see that where price started turning back from this zone here, for this lower low, we mark it as our support. Then when price break it like this, it has turned to resistance. Once price break your support downward, it has turned to resistance. Then you wait for your retest, then you sell. And when you are selling from a retest, let me just say this, if you see something like, once you see something like let me say you see something like a 15 minutes bullish candle, or huge bullish pin bar, like you see something like this around your retest, don't take it you see something big like this, you understand, don't just take it, don't take it because it's going to fail. So because candlestick always tell us something, it is an interpretation of what is happening or what market is about to do or who is in the market. Is it buyers, is it seller? So you have to be able to understand it very well. So that's it. Sorry. All right, so if you look at here now, this is our what? This is our break of structure, which is price broke the last. Price broke the what? Our lower. Price broke our lower what? Our lower low. You understand? With full body candle, not with weak. If price had been this body that broke this low, had been is like this week, you can't call it what? You can't call it a break of structure. You can't call it a break of structure, which means we will still be waiting for price for you to know that okay, there's more sell, there's more sell, there's more sell. Once price is about to get to here and he's now doing like this, he's now doing like this, going back, he's going back, don't expect sell for now, because the one thing you just see is that price will break the last hour lower high, then it will give us a change in trend. So that is how it is for price. Fortunately, price will give us a full break of structure, then it give us a what? A new low, then a new lower high, a new lower low. Do you understand? So now price must not break our lower what? Our lower high, our last lower high. If you remember, you know, price, the market can't just be bearish forever. It will be bullish, it will be bearish, it will be bullish. Remember, price doesn't move like this. That is why I love to use the chart to analyze and to explain to people. You understand? So I don't use parts like this, Market can't move like a line. Market doesn't move like a line, because once you use this kind of patterns to learn, once you get to the chart, it will be somehow rough. You will not be able to understand. It will be hard for you, do you understand, to get it, and it will take you time for you to get that. All right, let's continue. These are what? Our lower low. These are our lower low, and these are what? Lower high. What do you see that price just do now? Price broke it. So which means price has what? Go against the law of what? Of bearish. Let's go against it. Price must not break your last lower what? High. Once you break your last lower high, is not what? A bearish trend again. Then the next thing you see is that we have what? Higher high, not lower high again, because in bullish we have what? Lower. In higher low we have what? Higher high. In bearish we have lower high, we have what? Lower low. Hope you get it now. So now we have what? Our higher low here, and we have another what? Higher high. We have higher low, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see how it works now. So the last higher low must not be broken by the current higher low. You understand? These are what? Higher high. Price can break higher high upward, telling us more continuation to what? To the upside. So if you look at here now, these are our last higher low that we have in this trend. So if you are trading here, you have already hit TP like 2-3 times, then you wait. You see that price do what? Close with weak. There is no confirmation for us to be able to say, okay, we want to change the trend. You can't change the trend. You just have to wait for price to break with full body. Then what do you see? Price broke it with what? With full body like this, which is this one here. It broke it with full body. After it closed with full body, it's telling us that we are expecting more sell. Now the price do we retested here and continued dropping. Tested here and give us what? A break of structure. And we are now having what? Our lower high, which is here, lower high, and what? Lower low. Then price give us a what? A break of structure down to this zone. So now we'll be having our lower high here. This one is internal structure. Is not what? Is not lower high. We call it liquidity. This one. So we'll talk about that in the next video. There are a lot to learn. Just make sure you follow this, follow and subscribe. Just make sure you follow this channel, subscribe, turn on your notification button so that anytime I drop a video, an important video like this, for you to be able to stay profitable in the forex market, especially trading gold. You'll be able to get it. You'll be the first person to get it. So that is how it is. So now, what do you see? Price just broke this guy. Just broke this guy. So what are we expecting now? That is why patient pace. Do you understand? Patient pace, or else if you know that you are eager to like jump into market, just remove that money. Use it to go and buy fish. Use it to go and buy milk. Use it to go and just, if you know that your mind is like, let me no, I see this too. I'm seeing no. It means you want to enter temptation. Your money will go before your I'm talking from experience. Maybe you have experienced that also. So that is how it works. So now we have what? We have a new higher high. We have what? Our higher high. We have what? Our higher low. Higher high, higher low. No matter how small it is, if you calculate the pips, is what? It's something huge. If you look at here, from here to here, this is about 450 pips. You see how huge it is? 450 pips. If you take from here to here, that is about 330 pips. I will explain I will make a video on how to calculate what they call it, how to calculate pips on gold. How to calculate pips on gold. So that's how it is. Alright, we have another higher high, we have another higher low. Price, remember, price must not break this guy. Once price break this guy, it's invalid again, which means the trend is has changed. So that is how we do it. That's how you do it. You continue following that. Wake up in the morning, look at your chart, check the trend. After you check the trend, check the higher high, higher low market, or with your highlighter. This highlighter, where can you get this highlighter? Just click down below here. There are so many options there. The first option, which is this drawing pen, just click it, then go to patterns, go to something like patterns like this. Not here. Just go to geometric shapes, then you see highlighter. Do you see it? Then add it to favorite. Add it like this, add it to favorite. Do you understand? So that is it. Then you see that all of them, they will appear. So the more you add them to what you need, just add them to favorite, so that you will not be looking for it again. All right, let's continue with here. So now we have a new higher high. Do you understand? Or you have what? A new higher low. Price do what? Broke this guy here. It broke this guy, which means it has changed in trend. Then it gave us a retest and started dropping. But you target here, you will target here. Two things: you can close when you are okay with your profit, or you target because normally our TP will be what? Will be the last, which is the last lower low. So this is this, and price do what? Moving up, move up, and do what? Continue consolidating. This consolidation, we move sideways, and later drop, we move up back. You understand? Giving us unclean, when you started seeing consolidation, just either you stay off the market or you scalp. You understand? All these ones are meant for scalpers. When they mark lower time frame, when they mark you see it here. So it's a consolidation. So you just have to it's another strategy for another traders. AMP, we call it AMP. So that's how it is. So now we have our new higher high, and we have higher low. So hope you guys are getting this thing right now. So that is how you mark your zones. Just try, take your phone, take your laptop, take your gadgets. If you love to use your phone to analyze, if you don't have laptop yet, anyone, you can use anyone. Use it to analyze. Try to practice over and over. Try to practice over and over. Try to practice over and over. So this is our what we have: lower low here. We have lower high. No, this is not lower high, because market has not broken this guy. Has not broken this guy. So we can call it what? A lower high. So that is how it is. So now we have higher high here, we have higher low here. let's all right. On lower time frame, this is what higher high, this is what higher low. If you check lower time frame, if you trade in lower time frame, there is higher low. You can call here also higher low. So price to what, took it out and continue what, giving us a what, a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high. You understand now? So once you identify them, then you mark your what, your support. So that is the first thing. Once you identify a trend, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, you'll be able to know that okay, this is my bias on this trade, which means I'm going to be looking for buy. And don't change your mind whenever you see the movement of the market, whether because it closed with huge always follow what, follow your analysis. Simple. Understand? Market broke the last what, lower high, and continue giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So do you see how it works? So market always, especially gold respect trend, to expect trend. Normally, you know, price will always do anything that it wants, but it will still respect what we call trend. So that's how it is. Do you see? More move. You see, this is a break of what? A break of structure. I told you that a week cannot break structure. A week cannot break structure. So all this one will be called what? Internal structure. All this one until when price broke it up like this. So that is how it works. So that's how it is. All right. So if you look at here, we have another what? Another higher high, higher low. We have another higher high. We have another what? Higher low. We have higher high, we have higher low. Then price do what? Took it out. So we have lower high, lower low, we have lower high. Then price gave us a break of structure. We have lower low, but we don't have lower high yet because price did not what? Close below here. Price did not close below here. If price close below here, then we'll say we have lower, we have what? Lower high here. You understand now? So now if you look at it, remember, whenever you are using this highlighter, do you see what it has been doing? So whenever you are using this highlighter like this, you know, you use it to mark some zones. Then what is the next thing that you'll be able to do now concerning this highlight? Just look at this down on of this screen here now. Just click it like 2 times. Do you understand? Then it will be off, so that you will not be. Do you see the way when I want to shift something? Do you see that you continue writing? Do you see that you continue writing? Do you see? So if you don't remove it like this, it won't leave. 2 ways to remove it. The first way was the one I show you now. Or you press this cancel at this up. You see this thing at the top of the screen. You see the cancel. Yeah, X. Just cancel it. Then you can delete all this. It's either you can click this drawing pen. It's either you go to your tools, then you click eraser to what? You see? You can click eraser. Anything you touch with this eraser is going to be clean. Do you see the way it does? So that is how it is. So that is it. Then you remove the eraser also. So that is how it works. Hope you'll be able to get this right now. So current chart. On this chart here now, let's look the last. Let's look the last. And here we have higher high here. So we have higher low here. And price has broken here. So what are we going to be looking for? We're expecting price to get here, then drop. You understand? We're expecting price to what? To get here and what? And drop. And if price did not get here and drop, then we'll be looking for what? For more buy. Hope you learned something today. This is how to know the trend. It's about the trend analysis. It's how to understand how market moves, how market moves, how to enter the right trade. You don't take all setups. You understand? Take A plus, which means you have to wait for price to come to your zone. You don't go and meet price. Don't go and meet price. Wait for price to do what? To come and meet you. Simple. So that is how it is. Alright. And my last trade I will give out to a new trader someone just thinking of how to start trading, is that just be patient. You understand? See, I would love to tell you that I won't tell you not to practice with demo. You know, you might choose not to practice with demo, but whenever you want to practice, just come to your trading view. You can set your short position like this. If you want to sell, you have already seen your entry. Set your short position. Just leave it whether it will play out, whether you are right, whether you are wrong. So, because when you are trading demo, it will feel like you are in Berlin. But when you started trading real live accounts, because the way you think, that is your emotion with demo and your emotion with real account will be different. I don't want to lose this money. This is my school fees money, and don't risk what you can't afford to lose. That is number one. Then number two, don't put money that will cause you shock. Your house rent, your blah blah blah, don't put it in trading. Understand? Because anything can happen. Trump can say a word now and everything, everything will just be like, the market will just be moving up like upside, all these kind of weeks that you see here is due to news, unscheduled news or scheduled news. You understand? So when war is happening in one country, it does affect the market, especially when you are trading let's say USD now, and the news is affecting, let me say, US. So that is how it is. For example, when you hear that US just bombed one country or something, you expect USD to be strong. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Just stay tuned into this channel and learn for free here. See you guys. Have a wonderful days ahead.